Welcome to the story about electric vehicles for humans. Electric vehicles are well recognized as a useful means for improving the sustainability as well as the quality of life in urban settings, thanks to the many benefits they bring, in particular the impact on the environment, since they create less pollution and noise and can also make use of energy coming from renewable sources. In addition to that, for the end user, they are also cheaper to run and cheaper to maintain. However, typical potential users feel worried about a few issues that electric vehicles might show as compared to internal combustion cars. Main limitations in the sense of a shorter autonomy, a lesser availability of recharge stations in the public, and longer refill times, something up to some hours for very slow recharge facilities. This leads to potential nightmares for the potential users, since in principle, various things could go wrong while using an electric vehicle, like getting stuck with too little charge to not only reach the destination, but also to reach a recharge station, or spending too much time recharging, maybe even in the wrong moments, like close to an appointment, thus risking to get late. Or finally, you might drive long distances just to reach recharge stations, depending on the places where he lives and moves. In order to help the user understanding which of these risks are real threats and which are not, the idea is to provide the user information about, let's say, how much the personal mobility fits electric vehicles. So giving personalized information for the single individual related to the mobility and the available infrastructures around the places where the user lives. The approach developed within the Track and Know project on this line consists in measuring the individual electrificability of the user's mobility using simulation tools and considering various simulation scenarios depending on the kind of recharge options that are available. The first step of the approach consists in analyzing the mobility traces of the recent history of the user in order to extract valuable information like the trips performed, the locations visited, the frequency of visits, and thus identifying also the say systematic movements as opposed to the occasional ones. All this information is later used in the second step, where we simulate various scenarios depending on the kind of recharge opportunities that the user has access to, like recharging at home if the user has a garage, or at work, etc. And for each of them, we can see what is the timeline of the recharge needs of the user. Like in this case, where we see that if the user can recharge only at public stations, he has to do so several times, while if we also have the opportunity to recharge at home because of a garage, for instance, we see that the latter is preferred and just a very few recharging public stations are needed. All this is finally organized in a report for the user, where several KPIs are provided, like the kilometers needed and the time spent extra to the traditional vehicle when switching to an electric one, as well as how much battery charge was needed and also which parts of the mobility are more affected by these deviations from the normal behavior. If you are interested in this line of work and want more information, you are invited to consult the Track and Know web page and contact us through email. Thank you and goodbye.